Hey creative crowd, how are you doing? Today I have a quick video for you about the deform effect. You might not even know that it is there, and today I will show you how to use it because it's really useful for subtle, small but very natural adjustments in your images. My name is Olivio, I'm a professional designer from Vienna, Austria, and I want to thank all of my patrons who support me and make these videos possible. Thank you very much. Let's get started. So what is the deform filter? What is the deform effect? And you want to select your image layer first and then go to filters and to distort and deform. And it opens up this window which looks like nothing, and you move the lever around and switch this and nothing in the image changes, which is strange. So the reason for that is that the deform effect needs anchors in your image. So you click and it sets an anchor and you move the anchor around, but still nothing happens. And this is because anchors work in relation to each other. So you need at least two anchors for it to work. But now that you set a second anchor and move the anchor around, things start to move, but it's way too extreme. You can't use it like that. And the reason for that is that, as you can see here, already with the two anchors, that one anchor moves stuff around, while the others, if you don't move them, hold things down. So you want to set many anchors for the areas you want to protect, and then some where you want to change something in the picture. And this is to adjust parts of the image. So let's do that. In this case, I want to zoom in a little bit, and you can see a beautiful image of a beautiful woman. And we decided that maybe the chin is sticking out a little bit too much. So we want to do a subtle change of that. So again, we go to filter, distort, deform, and then I will set the first anchor on the tip of the chin. There we go. And then now we set other anchors that protect the areas that we don't want to change. So we don't want to change the lips and the cheeks and the jawbone and the shoulder down here and the head up here and the other cheek and the nose. And then just for good measure, we set some more anchors further in the distance, so also the rest of the image is protected like that. And now if we come back to our original anchor, we can use it to move the chin ever so slightly inside. And don't go crazy like this. That's not the idea of this effect. Just go a little bit. Of course, you can go crazy when you do more abstract things, but if you want to keep it natural, just go in a little bit like this could be good. Let's click on apply. Yeah, so we have now a nice, cute, round chin. Let's compare it to what we had before. And yeah, it looks interesting, looks a little bit better maybe. So you can of course use this on any part of the picture. So maybe you decided that the hat she wears is maybe a little bit too bendy up here in the upper part. So let's go again to our filter and distort and deform. There we have our filter. And this time I want to set the anchor a little bit inside of the material, not directly on the edge. So let's set it in here. And then we set two more anchors on the ends of the bend. And then we set them also in the areas that we want to protect, also on the other side, and then further away. So to protect the rest of the image. There we go. Okay. And now we can move our point a little bit outside. You can see we can make the head less bendy. And by the way, you might ask yourself, down here it says linear constraints, rigid and similar. Yeah, this is a bit abstract to explain. So rigid moves the pixels around but doesn't stretch them. I don't know what that means actually, because it does stretch them. And when you use similar, they can move and rotate but also stretch. So this looks a little bit more gooey. When you look at it, you know, it looks like more liquid, while the rigid one looks a little bit more brittle when you move it around. But this is very subtle, so I'm not sure that it's too important actually in this case. So there we have it. Let's click on apply. Let's zoom out of our picture and look at the before and after. You can see we made some subtle changes, but they certainly have an impact, and maybe you think that the image looks better now. So this is really up to your taste on what you want to change, but this is how you use the deform effect. So try it out, have fun with it, and see what kind of creative usage you can get out of that. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next tutorial and have a nice day. Bye.